it strikes me that to do what you do, you have to do two things and do them exquisitely well. You have to know the birds extremely well, and you have to know, their identifying features. It's not just knowing what a whimbrel looks like and appreciating that. You have to look at it in a very, very specific way, and then you have to be able to put that on paper, and that's quite a remarkable combination, actually. And I'm sure the fact that you kind of immersed yourself in both of those things at the same time is why you kind of are able to do that. And so I'm wondering if you can talk a little bit about how your technique proceeds. I mean, I think for most of us, if there's a red-tailed hawk sitting there, some of us could take a pencil and make a crude drawing of a red-tailed hawk. But, wood warblers never stop moving. And so can you talk a little bit about, do you do field sketches and all of that process, and how then that gets to these very refined paintings and drawings?
Yeah, sorry, that's a lot to, to cover.
Pick a piece of it.
The sketching, to me, sketching birds and identifying birds were inseparable. It's a perfect marriage of two things. To draw a bird, you have to study it and you have to learn exactly what it looks like. And I discovered all kinds of field marks and differences between species through the process of drawing.
Oh,
it's a sort of formalization of the bird study process, so that when I sit down to draw a bird, I have to focus on every part of it. And sometimes I describe it as like interviewing the bird in a way. And you have to go through all the basic questions. What shape is the head? What shape is the bill? How does the bill fit on the head? What's the proportion of the eye compared to the head? How does the head fit onto the body? Is the neck long, short, thin? How does it hold its tail? All these questions, and that's just the shape of the bird. Then you get into patterns and colors. So going through that whole process to draw a bird forced me to study it and learn all those things, which then became the foundation of my bird identification knowledge.
So if we were to look at your field sketchbooks, would we see, and you're out sketching, let's say, Magnolia Warbler, which is on the cover of the book this time, and would we see a lot of pictures of Magnolia Warbler heads in different postures, or different, or the wings, and then you put them all together in the very important shape piece, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Most of my sketches were, they're very utilitarian. They're not, I sort of knew that I was working towards a field guide, and what I wanted to learn was the sort of technical aspects of the shape and posture of the bird. So I was always drawing profile views, even in my sketches.
Okay.
Just the way the birds are in the book, all from the side. But I would also go out on a specific day. I might focus on the bills of birds. Sometimes spend a whole day just looking at bill colors and taking notes on bill colors of different birds. That was back in the days before Google. So if you wanted to answer a question like, how does the bill color of bay-breasted warbler change through the months of the year? And it does. On an individual bird, the bill color changes from spring to summer to winter. You had to actually look at the birds at different seasons and take notes. You couldn't just Google a bunch of photos and look at them.